He knew exactly what she would say, too. "Did we not raise you better, Thomas? You continue to take too many risks. One of these days, one of your decisions will come back to haunt you, and we will not be there to help you." He understood that Raya just worried about him, and this was how she expressed it, but he really didn't want to sit through another lecture. What she doesn't know can't hurt her. Besides... A tickle along the back of his neck made him stop, his words forgotten. Belial halted as well, recognizing the look on Thomas' face. The wolf scanned the forest around them, yet nothing seemed out of place. None of his acute senses warned him of danger. Thomas closed his eyes as the tickle increased in intensity, setting the hair on the back of his neck on end. His eyes would not help him now. Something stalked them, something deadly. The subtle taint of evil drifted along the edge of his senses, much like a breeze bringing the scent of the sea when you were still a few miles from the coast. Sometimes you could taste the salty tang, sometimes you couldn't. The evil continued to flirt with his senses. It was getting closer, whatever it was, but he couldn't pinpoint its location. Thomas took hold of the talent, relishing the power of nature as it flowed within his blood. The trees and bushes around him suddenly buzzed with a new life that was hidden from those unable to harness the natural magic of the world. He extended his senses and searched the surrounding area again. Nothing. Thomas frowned. It had to be there. But where? He tried again, taking in more of the talent. Yes, there it was, off to his left. But he still could barely sense it, even though it inched toward him. Thomas searched his memory as the feeling of evil teased him. Finally, he had it. He recognized the source now. He and Belial could try to escape. The thought of running passed through his mind, and it certainly was enticing, but it would do little good. The evil would continue the hunt until it found its prey, until it found him. The hunter was an assassin, the best the kingdoms had ever known. At least now Thomas knew what he was up against, and could use that to his advantage. Belial growled softly. Now he too sensed the approaching evil. Thomas reached for more of the talent. There, he had the creature now. Off to his left for certain, no more than 20 feet away. Thomas relayed the information to Belial, then opened his eyes and looked to the left with his peripheral vision. Still nothing. It was close to midday now, but the bright sun failed to penetrate the dense canopy of the burren. The resulting shadows benefited their stalker. Glad that he still held his sword, Thomas tried to calm his nerves as the evil moved steadily closer. It was a difficult thing to do. Since he couldn't see his enemy, he'd have to wait until the creature made its move. That thought frightened him. All of his training urged him to attack. Standing still gave the assassin a potential edge. Now was the time. Strike! Strike now! Thomas managed to rein in his emotions. Patience. Against this foe, it was the only thing that would allow him to survive. The seconds passed slowly. Beads of cold sweat formed on his forehead. The evil continued its slow approach, unaware that Thomas tracked its movements. 18 feet. 15 feet. Thomas' mouth went dry. He resisted the urge to swallow. Soon. Very soon. He looked to his left again with his peripheral vision, and this time picked out a shadow darker than the rest. A shadow that moved. As the evil grew stronger, it felt as if a blacksmith were pounding out a horseshoe inside of Thomas' head. His mind cried out for action, to run or fight.